stop ghosting. This ghosting culture has gotten so out of hand, it's actually astronomical. It is utter bullshit. My friend is gorgeous. She is in her mid-30s. She's successful. She's incredible. She's an awesome person. So fun to be around and doing so much work on herself. And she met this guy on Hinge or some shit. They had 3 great dates. He was communicative, not too much, no love bombing. They didn't sleep together, for everyone that wants to try and blame her for any of that bullshit. And they had some great dates. Everything was seemingly normal. They went out this like a week ago. They had a great time. He texted her saying, I'd love to see you again. They were texting, a couple times a day here and there. And then he said, listen, I'm not really feeling well. I'm just going to take a rest. She was like, okay, no worries. Feel better. Didn't hear from him for a few days. So she texted him like, hey, just want to make sure you're feeling okay. Never to be heard from again. And this is the type of shit I'm saying. Be a grown up. Just because you're not into somebody, whether you met somebody else or you're not that into them or you really, whatever, I don't really give a shit what your reasoning is. Just send a text. Hey, I think you're great. I had a really great time getting to know you, but this is not the connection I'm seeking. Take care. It takes 2 seconds to be a grown-ass adult. But for all of these cowards that are hiding behind their phone, don't give me this bullshit. Oh, it's better for the other person. I'm not hurting them. And it hurts them to tell them the truth or that I met someone else. Oh, but you think disappearing on somebody that had a great connection with you, that was super into you, you think that's the answer? That's on you. That shows your cowardice. That shows your avoidance. That shows that you can't handle confrontation. If a girl can't handle, she argues with what you say, you have every right to block them, to never talk to her again. But send a simple message, and it's enough of this stuff. Enough of these games. It's enough of this garbage. Do fucking better. Stop ghosting people. Stop treating people as if they're transactions and going right back on the app to swipe, 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 swipe. It doesn't work that way in the real world.
Welcome back to another episode of What the F is Wrong with People on Dating Apps. So I had been talking to this guy on Hinge for a little while, and we agreed to go on a date where we went for a walk down by the water with my dog. And yeah, it was amazing. We went on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We spent like 5 hours just talking and getting to know one another. The connection that we had was absolutely unreal. We were having the best time. He was so easy to talk to, non-judgmental. I was so comfortable around him. He was so comfortable around me. At the end of the date, we were talking about seeing each other again. He was really pushing to see me again before I was going away because I was leaving for about 6 days. And that would have meant that we were seeing each other in the next day or two. Really wanted to go for dinner and just continue to get to know me. So, of course, I agreed. He kissed me. It was magical and very welcomed. That night, he was texting me like that he had a great time, was so excited to see me again, wished me a good night. Next morning, texted me in the morning, good morning, beautiful, hope you have a great day, all of that for a couple days. Then it came time for our second date, and 3 hours before, he bailed. I mean, he said he was sick, and fair play, like, shit happens. And I believed him. So we weren't able to see each other before I went away because obviously, like, he was sick. So I made sure to try and, like, stay in contact with him via text until I was able to see him again. I did leave the ball in his court saying, this is the day I'll be back. Like, if you want to see me, just let me know. He was like, absolutely, I definitely want to see you again. So that was fine. But I noticed that he stopped being like super responsive whenever I would text him. I would check in on him like for the next couple days just to ask how he was feeling because he was like really ill apparently. But yeah, he just like wasn't responsive. And I thought, you know what, maybe he's sick, just needs his space, his time, whatever. But yeah, it got to the point where he was like full on ghosting me. And well, I'm just not about that. So yeah, I got back from being away and yeah, I just sent him a text and I was like, where is the respect? Where is the honesty? Like, if you're just not feeling something, like, I'm a big girl, just tell me. Like, maybe you met somebody else in the time that I was away. Great, I'm not gonna take it to heart. There's other fish in the sea. Honestly, like, I don't know when ghosting became the norm. It happens so often now, and it's just like, where is the respect and where is the honesty? Like, just be upfront with people. If you're not feeling something, or like you met somebody else because you're talking to like 75 people at one time, thanks to dating apps, like, just be honest about it. Like, it's better than leaving somebody questioning things and questioning themselves and like all this other bullshit. Anyways, yet another failed dating app Hinge experience. Whatever.
Okay, I don't know what happened to this culture, but online dating is hard enough without getting ghosted. It's unbelievable and it's so unnecessary. I dated this guy for almost 3 months that I met on Match. Great guy, we had fun together, we spent so much time together, we got along well. He told me he was falling in love with me. I go away for the weekend and suddenly he's not texting me back as quickly as he normally does. It's taken him a couple of hours when it used to take a couple minutes. He wasn't calling me in the morning like he would to say hi on my way to work or just to have a nice conversation to start the day off. So I ask him, is everything okay? Everything's fine. Okay. And I tell him, I feel like I'm chasing you and I'm not going to do it. I will not chase a man. And he texts back, I don't feel like you're chasing me. Okay. So then I tried calling him. No answer. Then I text him like, hey, are you okay? Nothing. So 2 days go by, right? And I really like this guy, by the way. So a couple days go by and I'm like, hey, do you think I have enough time to sneak a kiss before you head out to Cincinnati? Nothing. I don't get anything back. So I call him and no answer. Then he texts me, give me 5 minutes. Hour and a half later, I'm done. I call him and I wanted him to pick up so I could actually speak to him and not his voice message to tell him that my expectations of communication are out the window with him, and it's not something I'm going to tolerate. So I leave him a message because he won't answer, and then he texts me, I don't want that. I didn't want that. So I text back, okay, so what's going on? Then he ghosted me. Be a grown up, please. Please. Nobody deserves to be ghosted at all. I have no clue what happened or what I did. But, this ghosting culture has got to stop. You're ghosting people like we're transactions, and we're not. We are like real life people with real life feelings, okay? So get your shit together and be a grown up. Just, hey, things aren't working out. I need a break. Okay. Wow, what a concept that is.
Let's talk about when this happens, when a guy gets your hopes up, gets you excited, talking to you, making plans with you, and then just ghosts you and leaves you hanging. Now, of course it sucks, but almost never is it your fault. I would say 9 out of 10 times, it's simply just a matter of that person changing their mind for tons of different reasons. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It could just be that this person met somebody else that they like better and they have a better connection with. Or maybe they just did think about it and they feel like, you know what, I don't really want to go out with that person again. Like, I actually really didn't feel that sort of connection with this person. And all of those things are valid and fine. It's unfortunate, though, that they don't have even just a little bit of respect to have like integrity and common courtesy and human decency to tell you. It takes little to no effort to just send a quick text of telling somebody, never mind, like, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like this is the right connection I'm looking for. Like, whatever it might be, you really don't have to overthink it. You can just simply tell somebody for the sake of not leaving them hanging and not ghosting them, because that's hurtful. But when you really think about it, the honest truth in black and white, It's someone showing you their true colors. So to get upset and to be like, help and whatnot, I would never give someone advice for going back or following up or chasing somebody who would do that. Like, if you were to write down a list of traits and characteristics and personalities of what you're looking for in a man, in a partner, almost never would you write on it lack of communication, struggles to be honest, struggles to have difficult conversation, ghosts me without communication instead of being direct. Like, no one's looking for that type of person. So even if you had a great first date with them, you don't know this person. So their actions from here on out are what's going to really show you who they actually are. And ultimately, is somebody who would do that to you what you're even looking for? No, I'm gonna say probably not. At the very least, if you're not like 100% sure on exactly what you're looking for with someone, you should at least be looking for someone that feels the same way that you do toward them. Like, your feelings should be reciprocated. The desire for one another should be mutual. So if someone is clearly showing you that they are not excited about you or that they don't desire you, it should not be exciting to see someone who's not excited about you. There should be nothing to desire about someone who doesn't desire you. It's as simple as that. Don't get upset and ask like, help, help, help when you're going through these things. You have to just let them all keep going. It's all just part of the game. It's a numbers game. It's the name of the game. Just keep going through it, because when it works out, it'll be undeniable.